Tonight we will spend a little time trying to understand just a bit better the intricacies of ourselves as we sleep, perchance dream. Talking with us will be Mark Womack, giving his third speech in a very short time about another piece of the human experience. Please welcome Mark Womack.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, Madam President, distinguished Toastmaster Nick, and most welcome guests. I can't quite see you. My eyes don't work so well from a distance, but you're out there. So I said good evening to Mr. Toastmaster, but tonight I'd like to talk a little bit about Mr. Sandman. So he's that mythical character that comes to us at night. He supposedly pours sand into our eyes. We start to rub our eyes a little bit. We get a little sleepy, a little tired, and then, perchance we dream. So how many folks here within the last few weeks recall having had dreamed at all? Okay, so we have, I don't know, out of say 30 people, 4 people. And that's an interesting thing because people don't always recall their dreams. I had a dream, I only recall one dream in the last 2 weeks. My wife and I are in the car. I'm sitting in the front of the car. I think it was a Dodge Caravan. She's in the back seat, and she's on me about, we've got to rake the yard. We have to rake the lawn. It must be done today. And I'm in the front seat pushing back. I say, well, the sun's about to go down, and I don't know. This is winter in Florida. I like to kind of stay in the house this time of year. So she starts to slide to the other side of the back seat, and while we're coming down the highway, opens the door and says, but look how beautiful it is outside. And the strange thing is the dream starts to pull. The dream view starts to go this way, and you see me sitting here in the front seat. But the problem is I'm in the passenger side, and there's nobody driving the car. So the dream suddenly changed from a normal dream to a nightmare. At that point, I yelled in my sleep. I woke up, and there are 2 elements here that really caused me to remember the dream. One element is that the dream was so traumatic for me that I yelled, and then the other was that it was so vivid. So, and these are some of the elements that cause certain people to remember their dreams. To talk about recollection, women are much better at men than recalling their dreams. Men don't tend to recall them as well. People that have really good imaginations, that have vivid dreams, that have dreams that have some sort of relationship to their waking day, tend to remember their dreams more often. Now, some folks think that dreams represent a state of torpor. However, they don't. We actually dream about 2 hours per night, and we experience maybe different episodes of dreams for anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes per dream. Now, what do we know about dreams? We actually don't know as much about dreams as we think. We don't know which part of the brain generates dreams, and we don't know what the purpose of dreams are. So this opens up some different cultural perspectives about people trying to explain where dreams originate and what they're for. If we look back at the ancient Egyptians, they were of the mind that dreams had a divine meaning and that the deities would come to them and provide commandments to various people that would have so-called visitation dreams, telling them, perform this act, and then that will later form what happens in the future for you. The Egyptian perspective. If you ask someone that is more of a Darwinian perspective, they would say that we have dreams because it aids us biologically to help us become members of the survival of the fittest class. So depending on who you ask, if you ask 10 different people, you get 10 different answers about dreams. And I think that if you take your own dreams and try to recall them, you can probably take your own perspective on what you think your dreams mean for your life. Let's talk about some of the commonalities of dreams. Interestingly, there were some studies that were released back in the 90s that tried to look at what people shared in dreams. And you could ask somebody in Istanbul or somebody here, say in Pompano Beach, what do you see in your dream? And people tend to see common images in their dreams. So they might all dream about work or family life or something that they're concerned about. So that's a strange thing. We all think we're so different, but subconsciously we're very close together. Another thing interesting is for people that don't have sight, which I never knew before, they don't have visual dream imagery. However, for all the senses that they actually were born with, they're able to experience their dreams in that way. So they'll have dreams associated with taste or smell, sound, or hearing. Perplexing, but everybody dreams. And anybody in here that owns a pet, I know Sabina has a cat. I'm sure my dog, and I had a cat, but I'm sure that cat dreamed. I'm sure my dog dreams as well. He whimpers all the time about some cat that got away. But what I want to leave everybody with is that when you experience your dreams, try to take your dreams and hold them with you. Try to recall them. Try to find the insights that they might provide in your real life. And with that insightfulness, you can maybe understand better yourself, other people, and the world in which we all live. And Mr. Toastmaster, I'll give it back to you.